What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Guys, today we're going to talk about, look, 48 hours ago, we had a conversation with Vegas. We got an idea about what Selenium looks like in this ecosystem, and we learned that there are a few things that are in this ecosystem that we have to cater to and tend to make this thing grow. And in order for it to grow, we're going to have it. Now, these things being here and almost ready to deploy, it's a very, very good thing for the Luna Classic ecosystem. In fact, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this could be that just like previously when the Terra ecosystem was pumping during a bear market, we might be able to pump through a bear market as well. And there is a reason for that, which we'll get into in just a moment. Now, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button on your way in, and let's get after it. All right, before we get started, there is an article on Binance again talking about the odds of Luna Classic reaching $1. And there's a big discussion here about, where could it go? What is the feeling, et cetera, et cetera. And, going through all of this, the thing that you have to ask yourself, this is being done with AI, by the way, before we go any further. So it's taking your trend line and it's really just continuing that trend line. It's not using your general sentiment about what is going to happen. So when we do this, just remember, and what they finally come to as a conclusion is that the top of this market would be 30239 with an average of 30202. Now, that's insanity, right? And that's where you find out, by the way, that this is done with AI, that is not done using the fact that, you have this 4-year cycle. What does it look like? How, analyze the growth from a certain period of time, extrapolate it over the years, and come up with what is your actual guess going to be. They're not doing that. They're just kind of using, hey, if you look at this and you consider this, then that's where it's going to be. And that's just not true. Well, again, we're not factoring in the bull market, so it's going to be much higher than what these guys are saying. But I think it's important to point out people are having a real problem putting pen to paper and coming up with 1 penny right now. And there's a few reasons for that, primarily amongst them growth of the ecosystem. And the problem with growth in the ecosystem is this: there's a bunch of blockchains out there. There's a little difficulty in attracting new investors and bringing new people over because this one collapsed already. Now, here's the other part to it. Remember, the same thing in many different ways, and it's not the same way, but when FTX collapsed, the same thing happened to Solana. Solana was trading pretty high, over 100, went down to, I want to say like $1 or $10 or something like that, ridiculously low number for Solana as that ecosystem collapsed. Now, it wasn't broken, it wasn't in a death spiral, so it's not the same. However, it was negative sentiment, and look where Solana is right now, all-time high all over again. So the possibility certainly exists that this could happen. Now, the question would be, what does that all-time high look like? And I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of $70 billion or something like that. And I don't think that's possible. I'll just be perfectly honest with you. Here's the thing, though. I do consider that between $5 billion and $50 billion would be entirely possible. That is between 10 and 100x away from where we currently are. So there is some range here where we could get close to a penny, just not $1, not yet. And the reason for that is going to be burns. Now, the problem with burns, and let's look at the burns, there's 1.4 billion. That's actually significant for what we normally do. And in fact, yesterday's burn was 130 million, but the day before that, 588 million. And when you look around at the burn protocols, again, 1.4 billion, and you've seen big burns, a lot of crypto being moved around. That's causing this kind of surge in the burns. But, when you back up a little bit and you look at the burns, it's not that much. So we need more burns. Now, in order to have more burns, here's what we need: more traffic, let's go look at the volume. And the volume, as you can see, is 24.8 million. That's not enough. This needs to be 240 million for us to really start some significant type burns. Now, when we look at it on average, we're getting used to 24 to 50 million, maybe even down to 10 million being the norm. And then that leads to a burn from Binance of a little over $1 billion. 10x that, then you're looking at 10 billion in a month. And that's what I mean when we get an opportunity here and we are able to create some enthusiasm in that context, then you could really see a huge amount of burn happening by comparison to what we're currently getting. 1.4 billion would turn into 14 billion. Now it needs volume, and that's where all of this comes into play. What's missing from this ecosystem that was in the Terra ecosystem are two things: Mirror Protocol and Anchor Protocol. These are lending and borrowing institutions that make it easier for investors to come over here, stable or stake, borrow money, and continue trading with this. And again, incentivized to do it inside this ecosystem as well. So you've got Mirror and you've got Anchor, and they are now Selenium and Juris protocol. So once these things go live, and they will go live, then you're going to have a situation in which people will be attracted to lending again, and that will have recreated from a skeleton basis the entire ecosystem. The rates are going to be different. This is going to be sustainable. And just so you understand, guys, I just want to be very, very clear with you. Terra was not sustainable the way that it was built, and it was running out of money, and that is part of the problem that we were running into. Like the reward system was unsustainable. It was due for an explosive fall. So just bear that in mind, and let's continue on. And don't forget, while we're doing this, there is, by the way, an upgrade for Luna Classic to SDK 0.5.9. So that's going to be voted on very, very soon. Also, Happy Caddy, we're still waiting for that 1.86 billion signaling proposal. We're waiting to see what happens with this, but we want to get that burned off of the chain. And don't forget, on this USTC, we do have these other wallets that are still out there that we're going to have to work through as well. But that's a great thing to see. So I think that's a big deal. But again, we've got all of this stuff that's going on. And look, it's pretty simple to me. Once we do a massive burn and somebody sees that, there's going to be alerts that just go crazy because people are watching supplies and stuff like that. They see movement, they're going to be interested. There's a lot of different things that are out here right now, and primarily among them are meme coins, okay? We got to be honest about this. And building a nice meme coin infrastructure here in this market is actually a very good thing. So, coming over here, looking around, you've got all of these different meme coins, and it's important. You're going to have to build this ecosystem and then attract people into it so that they are buying, selling, and trading. And I mean, again, I think this is very, very, very important. And don't forget, when we talk about this, in my wallet right now, you can't see, but I have a bunch of base token and I have a bunch of Terra token. They're just not included in the wallet because they're staked. So, but we have a bunch of different meme coins. So get yourself a few meme coins. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Or do you? Whatever. But we're going to have to build a more vibrant meme coin community because that's where the money is. That's, and if we do that, they will come. Also, if we give them an opportunity through lending to do stuff, they will come. Now let's look at price action. From price action standpoint, we're at 4 zeros, 83.60. Now the problem with this, of course, is like I said, we're not moving right now. There's if there's anything, we've been coming down. But now let's take a step back and let's say, is this the start of a full-on dump on this trend line? Now, that's what it looks like. You go here, 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 here. You're feeling really good. It was moving along. Now you've got this move back to the downside. So you have to ask yourself, does that mean that we've reversed our trend? Well, not exactly. And let me explain. Because there's the bottom. There's the bottom. We're actually still in an upward trajectory. Nothing has fundamentally changed. Just the level of that low has gone down. I continue to stake with Cryptonomy.finance, and I continue to be impressed. Thanks for tuning in. You can see on the screen right now all of the different transactions. These are the fixed length that I've gone through. As an example, I'm going to earn 0.2 Bitcoin for an investment of 0.2 Bitcoin that I made almost a year ago. That's going to come through on February 10, currently worth about $20,000. Got an 83% reward, getting ready to cash out on USDT. That's money for nothing, guys. My scheduled interest on this is $1,670. I cashed out $82,000 in November of this year after investing about $80,000 as well. This was a gigantic move. I can't tell you that I'm anything more than impressed with Cryptonomy.finance. On my margin trading account so far, I just want you guys to see this. I put 50 Solana in. I've earned a profit so far of 5.5 Solana. Off of my Ethereum, which was 6 Ethereum, I've now earned 0.88 Ethereum. And this is just margin trading. And off of my Bitcoin investment of 10,857, I've earned about $1,000 so far. Right now is the perfect time to get involved in the crypto market. While many people are blindly buying worthless meme coins or joining yield farms, Cryptonomy Ventures has over 6 years of experience and 437 successful dealings at launch stages, which deliver significant returns. In just 2 weeks, Cryptonomy will be launching the Cryptonomy Launchpad, which is going to give exclusive access to early token sales of top Cryptonomy venture products, an excellent opportunity to make significant profits. The company is also preparing a launch of its own token with major exchange listings and events coming very, very soon. Those who support Cryptonomy now will be in the best position to benefit from what's ahead. Guys, let me also point out, Cryptonomy has been featured in CoinDo.com just recently, CoinPaper.com just recently, Finbold, Blockonomy, CoinGape, Bitcoinist, and the Crypto Basic. Guys, Cryptonomy.finance is blowing up. A new coin is about to come out. Make sure that you get your bag filled today. A little bit, which, by the way, zoom out here and you would expect it. Let's take let's just do this right here, just to give you guys an idea. Like, you see it? Do you see it? Like, we're still trending upward. So there is a breakout that's going to happen. We look at this over a long period of time. Remember, we did this with XRP, and when XRP broke out, it was incredible, right? So there we have right there. So now the question is, can we break out of this channel, right? We've been in this pennant formation for a long period of time. Now, that pennant formation, by the way, came from the top. So that's a bullish, or that's a bearish indicator, but this is a new paradigm. So expect to see a test of the top here coming pretty soon. The first thing to remember is this. When XRP finally, we got clarity from XRP and it finally moved, that's exactly what happened. That's what we saw. In fact, this was it right here. And, you know, again, if you follow me, you know, we've talked about it, and we've been talking about it for a long time. It was doing this for a long period of time. When it broke out, what did it do? It immediately started to take off, and then it gave us these all-time highs, and it took us back to those all-time high levels. Well, same thing is playing out right here. We're just not getting that breakout yet. So expect to see a breakout coming very, very soon. Now, there will still be just like here and here and here, and there will be some rejection. So we will have to deal with that rejection portion coming back up through this area right here. So we'll have to break out above and then start, you know, making our way. But again, that puts us up here near that all-time high. That all-time high currently sits about 8x away. Now, once we get to that 8x sort of range, if we're still motivated, and if the market is still motivated that way, then it could really and literally just take off, and we could be looking at a 10x from there. 10x from there puts us at about 206. Again, not a penny, but it's getting us closer and closer and closer. But the other part to that is we still haven't talked about repegging and creating a burn protocol, burning USTC, or, you know, converting to a new UST. Complicated building blockchain shit, basically. But we haven't, there's gonna be some stuff that comes out over the next little while that's gonna be game changing for Terra Luna Classic. I mean, that's, you know, really that's what's going on. A mirror protocol, Anchor Protocol remakes of Selenium and Juris. And then we've got meme coins that are starting to be built, and that's going to lead to more people coming in. More people coming in means more burns. More burns means more diminishing supply. Then we get a few burns like Happy Caddy's talking about, burning that 290 million, burning that 58 million of USTC, completely burning that 1.86 billion. We do those things right there, we would have moved a huge portion of USTC supply off the chain. And then what you would see there would be USC coming up to the top of this range over here at about 6 or 7 cents, making a nice little pump. And when people see that, then Luna Classic will go crazy. So it's all going to be this synergistic sort of tie-in, and we're just kind of waiting for that moment. And I hope that makes perfect sense to you guys. I know I'm a little running around like a chicken with my head cut off today, but I'm looking at this stuff and I'm getting fascinated with the breakout potential right now and what I'm seeing. Okay, so if I seem like I'm kind of excited right now, that's why. It's because like I see what potentially could be happening right now, and I think that's a big number. I think there could be a nice breakout. Again, not going to be what some of you thought, not going to be $1, but there will be a significant breakout. Now, coupled with that, market cap 458 million. Again, 10x from here, 4.5 billion, 100x, 45 billion. Both of those numbers entirely possible in a bull market. We just got to get to that bull market altcoin season, and this is the part that matters the most. This is the part that I think you need to know the most. Previously, we go through a Bitcoin phase, we go through an Ethereum phase, we go through a large cap phase, and then we go into alt season, right? We have not effectively had a blow-off alt season yet. That's what we're missing so far. But what we did get is we got Bitcoin pumping, phase 2, Ethereum pumping. Well, we're going to call that Solana for right now. Solana is pumping, but Ethereum is not pumping. However, we need a breakout from Solana or Ethereum, and I think Ethereum going to 5,000, Solana going to 400 is going to be that breakout. Now, when that happens, you're going to see some overlap because there is overlap. But what you will see is large caps, which in this case, beyond XRP, because XRP we're going to add in probably part of phase 2 right there, a little bit more. And you've seen a few cryptos break out, but generally speaking, you haven't seen a lot of cryptos break out. You haven't seen a lot of speculation in the investments, and that's been why you haven't gotten that breakout. Now, what you have seen is stuff like Trump showing up out of nowhere. That's not alt season, or that's not a meme coin season. That's just one of those things where it's a special circumstance and a special time, and it will lead to a breakout. It will lead to a breakout. We're just not there yet. But here's where it is, right? Are we Bitcoin? No. Are we Ethereum? No. Are we large cap? Kinda, but I would say large cap is anywhere about 5 billion and up, maybe even motivated from 1 billion and up. Those are the large caps. We're not a large cap right now. So this is where we're going to shine, all right? And that, look, I know that's unfortunate, and you probably don't want to hear that. You want to be in this large cap phase. We're just not there. So it's going to be large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow off tops. And then the mid caps and low caps, that's where we're going to fall in as a mid cap. That's when we're going to see it start to move. So that's what you're waiting for right now. Speaking of waiting, if you've been waiting to sign up for Terra Casino all this time, today is your lucky day because you could win up to $11,000 by signing up. Also, Mummy Megaway, you can play that right now. And there's plenty of different things for you to do over here using any one of the cryptos that you like or love. All you have to do is connect your wallet, which is located up here. And then you can use whatever wallet you have that supports the crypto that you want to use. So sign up today. Also, if you're trying to earn and make some meme coins that we were talking about before, you need to have some meme coins. Go to Terra.finance, buy the meme coin that you want. Also, in the event that you have some Terra or want to buy some Terra, buy yourself some Terra and start staking it today. You can only use the 14 because all the rest of it has been sold out. And what I do is I just keep throwing it back in. I claim it, and then but we're building up our Terra stockpile. And don't forget You can also, if you want to yield farm, I can also do liquid staking. There are plenty of opportunities, and these are the pairings. There's farms, and there's something coming soon. Don't know what that is right now, but we'll figure it out. And when we do figure it out, we'll let you know. So there you have it, guys. We're going to get a pump. We're going to get a nice significant surge, but we're part 4. We're in that phase 4. We're in that altcoin season phase. And that's been the frustrating part, I think, for a lot of people because, you want to be in the top, but we're just not there right now. 455 million market cap says that we're not in that billionaire boys club anymore and haven't been there for a significant amount of time. But we can be there again. And there will be a moment in time where you start to see a significant surge as capital finds its way. But again, capital needs to find its way. Bitcoin is not done with what it's doing. And I hope that you understand that. 105,000, Bitcoin is not done yet. Bitcoin needs a big surge for money to come out of Bitcoin and start flooding into Ethereum and Solana. Solana a little bit more motivated than Ethereum at this point, but we need that trickle down thing to start really happening. And it hasn't happened yet, or if it has, it's been very, very few different projects. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. And we'll see you guys again very, very soon.